What's up, YouTube? We're back. We've been busy. Cool story though. We ended up selling the Camry, the truck, and buying a Jeep all in the same day. Actually within the same hour. I went and looked at this Jeep in the morning. His dad had to sign off the title. I bought it. They actually brought it here. I paid it off, signed off the title. While they came, I was dealing with a guy out by the road. He was loading up the F-250. He literally heard it start, said, wow. And then he said he had 3 of them he saved that he was looking at, but he wanted ours because the interior was so nice. Thanks to Britt. That's huge. When you're selling things, they have to be clean. Interior has to be beautiful. Anyone comes with a good smelling interior and gets inside it, they're gonna buy it. I'm telling you, it works every time. That's probably 70% of why we sell our vehicles the first time to the first buyer. So he was loading up the truck. This guy was over here dropping off the Jeep. They took off. 20 minutes later, a guy and his daughter came and bought the Camry. He said he knew exactly what it needed. I guess he knows Camrys or deals with Camrys a lot, and they all do the same things, he said. So I ended up selling that for 700 bucks. That's exactly what I paid for it. But you got to remember, I also got that amp and sub. That's $500 worth of car audio. If I were to go buy that for steel, I'd spend 500 bucks. So we got 500 bucks, you know, profit, or a car audio for free. Sold the car. Basically, that's why I did it. I told you guys that in the beginning. I'm only buying it because I want the car audio. I can sell the car for what I paid, get everything for free. So did good. This Jeep here, it's got 220 on it. Predominantly clean Jeep. I got to get in here. I got to figure out these window switches. He said he opened the door one day and the door fell off. So he brought it to a body shop and had the hinge re-welded on. But after that, the windows never worked. So that tells us we got problems in those wires. If I have to go to the junkyard and just buy a whole complete wire harness for a door, it plugs in right there in the sidewall. So no big deal. Starts and runs great. I don't even know if the keys are in here. Yep. Sounds great. Low washer. So this needs the window. It needs tires. Other than that, I think it's pretty much ready to go. Oh, yeah, I gotta fix this. He bumped something right here, knocked this cap loose. No big deal. I gotta get a little surround. This was off it, but I already put it back on when I got it. So we bought that, and then also went and bought this yesterday. This thing here is sweet. It's actually really clean too. I don't have the keys on me. Tires look decent, but if you look at the fender wells, the frame's clean. I got another. Yes. So we've got that rust there. It's got, look at these goofy mirrors. Check out them reverse lights. It's got blinkers, so you can see the dots. Blinkers in the mirror, but they're not hooked up because who knows what they go to. I got the stock mirrors in the back, plus some parts over there, I don't know what. Interior is, you know, decent. Got the shifter on the floor, 4x4. Picked this up for $1,000. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the blue Jeep we got for 700 bucks. He was asking 1,000, talked him down to 7. So that was a steal. This guy was asking 1,400. I talked him down to 1,000 over the phone. Actually, I asked him if he'd take 900, and he said, no, lowest I'll go is 1,000. Said, well, when can I come, you know? Went there, I drove it not even a mile down the road, turned around, got the title and bailed. This thing drives nice, but in order to have 4-wheel drive, the T-case needs to be replaced. So, it drives great, doesn't make any noises, doesn't go into 4-wheel drive. I went on Facebook Market last night and found a T-case for 75 bucks with the manual shifter. So, here's this truck. 223 on it, I believe. Don't remember, it doesn't even matter. Thing runs and drives like a dream. So back up here, and here's my T-case. Even got the shifter with it, so that was nice. 75 bucks. It works, can't beat it. I already tested it. So can you believe I found that for $75? Not to mention it's rare because it's not the push button. I found an old man in Muskegon that parts out Chevys, and he's on his way to Florida this year for the winter, and he's trying to offer everything cheap. So I guess I found him in just the right time. He actually also offered me the whole front differential that went with that, with the CV axles and everything. Almost everything you'd need to do a 4x4 swap on a 2-wheel drive. And he said he'd sell that front differential for 40 bucks. It's like, holy cow. So could have had that for 75 bucks, the front differential for 40 bucks, and CV axles, but I didn't bring much cash with me. I only brought what I needed, drove there, picked it up, came back. So I'm kind of in a hurry because out in Rockford, which is, I don't know, a 45-minute drive for me, there's another white Cherokee, and it's a clean Cherokee. I've been trying to talk this guy down for 2 days, and he will not take a penny less than $1,500. So I worked him, thought I could get him down to 13. He wouldn't do it, so I just messaged him this morning, told him I have 1,500 bucks cash on me. I will come and buy the Jeep if he can show it today. So we'll see where that goes. But first things first, I can't get tires for that today, or on it today, so I do have a transfer case, and I have a truck that needs a transfer case. Well, honestly, I didn't even try to use that transfer case. What if it's like the front, you know, actuator? I probably should have drove that around and played with the switch. He said it needs a chain in there, so I just took his word for it. I'm guessing he knows. The title was in his name since 2015, so he's owned the truck for a long time. I'm assuming he knows what it needs. So I just took his word and went and got a T-case, but for 75 bucks, I'd buy that anyway just to put it on a shelf. So we can work on that, but I don't want to get too deep into the truck because I don't know if I'm going to go get the white Jeep yet. Yeah, we're back, we're busy, and I can't believe everything happened the way it did. We just sold everything within an hour, and it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I got like 2 messages on that Camry, and it was literally like, well, 3 messages. The third message was the guy that came and bought it. I could not believe I got no messages. But it all sold. That F-250, I knew that was gonna sell. I knew it was gonna take a certain buyer to get here because of the 5.4. If it had the V10, no one would have showed up because that motor's a piece of crap. But it was the good 5.4. If you actually go on YouTube and type in 5.4 testing, they actually, the motor that was in that F-250, the guy told me, they ran that thing wide open for 24 hours straight, hurried up, dunked it in a bucket of ice water, took it out, and the thing still ran. So that motor's bulletproof. The guy said some things will go to 300,000-400,000 miles. So all you gotta do is take care of them. Did not know that, but he was an avid Ford guy, and he literally got in it, drove it to the corner, came back, parked it behind his trailer, walked up and said, "You got the title?" It's like, dang, he never even tried talking me down. So that was cool. But yeah, it's getting fun now. Does anybody know what kind of solution you use in one of these? We got this extractor for free, and it's from a good buddy of mine. He has a shop, a dealership, and I guess this button right here is funky. So you turn it on, and not all the time will the vacuum come on. But if you sit and play with it back and forth, it'll come on. So it's just a switch. Worst case scenario, I buy a toggle switch and I put it right there. But this is a Mighty HP 100 Grand Prix. This thing still today on eBay goes for 975 bucks. These are like top of the line carpet extractors in the car detailing industry. So Mighty being a huge company, I know I can just buy this panel. But I get it to work every time. I just flip the switch back and forth like that. It comes on. The heater works, the hose works. It's got 25 feet of cord and 20 feet of hose. So we can park it by the wall and go all the way around the truck. This thing right here is awesome. Cannot believe it. He literally is like, "Hey man, This machine's taking a dump on me. It still works good. This switch here is funny. You got to play with it to get it to work. I'm buying another one. You want it? I was like, yeah. Not even really knowing what it was. And so I got home. I'm looking into it. I get on eBay to maybe buy parts, and I find these things selling for $975, over $1,000. They're $1,700 new. And yeah, it's just crazy. Like, your solution goes in there, but I don't know what kind of solution to use. Literally, this thing sprays down the carpet, extracts it, and it leaves like a clean line. I don't know what they use though. It's all in the cleaner. And here's your dump valve. Just dumps it out into a bucket. But yeah, talk about luck, right? I've been getting lucky, man. Just to find that truck right there for $1,000. The last one I had like that I sold for $2,800, and this one's cleaner. That Jeep right there is worth $2,500. Got it for $7,000. You know what I mean? I am gonna have to go through the trouble of changing the tires, but it is what it is. And then that window switch. Worst case scenario, it's worst case scenario, it's a wire harness to that door. Best case, it's the master switch. Big deal. And if I get that other white Jeep, that thing doesn't need anything. Maybe a little bit exhaust work, but that's it. So I'm talking a lot. I got to get some stuff done. Check in a minute. All right, we're back. It's safe to say I have a problem. So just went and bought this one. Look at this bumper. He had it posted for $1,300 an hour ago and had people just blow him up. He let someone look at it right before me, and they said they wanted to look at another one. They obviously don't know what these things are worth. It's got a new rocker on this side, and this one's still solid. The interior is awesome, other than the headliner. This one's got the dreaded saggy headliner. And this one's got 170 on it. Yeah, 178, 701. Listen to that thing. This thing literally, when I backed out of his driveway, put it in drive and hit the gas, it doesn't feel like a Jeep. It actually drives nicer than a Jeep. It's definitely been well cared for. It's got everything new underneath the back. I mean, new leaf springs, new bolts, new U-bolts, new shocks. It's got everything. This thing, well, I guess I do have to do a couple things to it. I'm gonna make this look better here, and this look a little better. I want to make these black, and I want to clear coat that rocker. Let's see his seam. I mean, you can see his welds, but it's a solid rocker. So put some clear coat on that, black, and it'll be shining like the rest of the Jeep. It's got all trains on it with 1/4 inch of tread, land trains, I mean. So I added up everything I spent in the last 2 days. I've got $1,000 into that one, $1,300 into this one, $700 into that one. So I believe I think it's $3 grand total. There's no way I can't get $7,000 off all these. That truck will get put up for $3,400, $3,500 once I put a T-case in it, because that needs nothing but a T-case. This one, I've got to do the window switch. I got to do this and mess with that bumper. The black Jeep, I literally got to buy a can of black paint and clear coat. So what's going to happen is we're going to get the black Jeep ready first, put it up for sale tomorrow. We're going to put that T-case in either tonight or tomorrow. I'm still deciding if I want to pull it in tonight. It's getting kind of late. I can't shut my garage door, and it'll be in here all night. So if I start tomorrow, I could probably get it out and back in tomorrow, and then that'll go for sale, and that gives me time to work on this one. So I actually love this situation because I have 3 cars, and with all 3 cars, I'll be able to, it just sets me up for this month. I'll be able to get rid of this set, buy another set, and probably sell by next month. So we'll be sitting all right if everything goes right. So, and that T case, that's one of those things, guys, that people are scared of it. You know what I mean? It's one of those jobs that's not that hard that people dread. You literally unbolt it and bolt it back in. There's nothing else you have to do. Change the fluid, you know what I mean? It's super easy. So people are scared of that job. That really makes people scared, you know? Literally unbolt these bolts. There's no bracket holding it up. Hook your linkage up, put your drive shafts in, and you're done, you know? It's that easy. And then I found that for 75 bucks. That truck's gonna be a money maker. This Jeep for 700, I know I can put that up for 2,200 all day long. And that black one, I'm gonna put it up for 2,800. I sold that green one. That was a little bit dirtier than that one. For 2,700. And that black one's way nicer than that green one was. And it's been taken care of, and it's got all new parts in it. It sounds and drives like a brand new Jeep. It's only got 170K on it, so we're sitting good. So this is a little update video. This is where we're at, so stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a transfer case. We're gonna be fixing up that black Jeep, and then we're gonna be trying to figure out the windows in a blue Jeep. So stay tuned. My kids have been watching vending machine videos, and it's just these guys, they own vending machines, and it shows them driving around to like 20 different spots, emptying and taking the money out of their vending machines, talking about profit. In like a month, they've got 20 vending machines, they make like $1,000 bucks. Like, why would you do that? I drove, I don't know, 3 places, I guess, 1, 2, 3, and here I am, boom. Put in a couple days worth of work, and we're gonna make $4,000. So I think I'm gonna title this one "More Profit Than a Vending Machine," because those videos all got 2.9 million views. People watching people open a vending machine and pull $1 bills out. Like, really? I don't understand it. So this is how you make more profit than a vending machine. Right here. I literally could drive that home. I could post it today and sell it and make money. I could make $1,000. I could literally post that black one today and make $1,000. I could post that truck today and make a minimum of 800 without doing anything, just driving them home. That's what I like to do. And if you want to see more, just stay tuned, hit the bell, and see how much money we make off these. And I'll show you, try to show you the cheapest way to get parts. Like that T case is generally 200 bucks minimum. You can't find them for less than 200. We got it for 75 bucks. Just happened to find the right guy who's going to Florida for the winter, just offing all his stuff. Could have bought the front differential and everything. I wish I'd have brought more money. I'd have had all that. But yeah, literally, you know, selling tires. Got this $1,000 carpet extractor for free. It's just, if your mind's on something, guys, and you're trying to get deals and you're doing something you love, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? If you love dirt bikes, buy a clapped out bike, fix it up and sell it. You know what I mean? Trade it for a nicer one. You will wind up with something you really love, doing what you love. That way it never feels like work. It never feels, you never wake up stressed out because you got to do something. You know what I mean? I'm anxious to put this in. I can't wait to put it in because I know it's going to work, and I know I'm going to be able to post that truck. This thing, Britt can't wait to use it because she makes them look brand new with that. I can only imagine what that's going to do, you know? So definitely pursue your dreams, guys. This has always been a dream of mine, and it's going full force right now. You know what I mean? And it's almost effortless too. Just look online. I know what these Jeeps are worth. I know what them trucks are worth. You know, I don't generally like to buy anything else unless I know exactly what it's worth. And that's just kind of how you do this, guys. You mess with the same things over and over and over, and you just get to know them through and through. You know what you got. You know what it's worth. That black Jeep is simply a case of a guy that didn't know what he had. he lived in a really big house, had 3 brand new cars in his driveway, and the old rusty Jeep just wasn't worth anything. But we're selling those things for $2,500 every day. So stay tuned, guys. Let's see what we can do. How much can we make? What do you think I can make off all 3 of these? We've got 3,000 down right now, and that's what I really wanted to do with this yesterday and today was go buy 3 cars. Because once I have them, I don't have to have my face in my phone on Facebook Market and on Craigslist. We got the truck off Craigslist, by the way. So keep checking Craigslist. That place is a gold mine. I wanted 3 cars. That way, either tonight or tomorrow morning, I can wake up, throw my garage clothes on, and just get to work. I've got a list of stuff I gotta do, and I'm just gonna put my head down and go through them as fast as I can and as cheap as I can. Let's see if we can make $4 grand in 7 days. I think so. Definitely more profitable than a vending machine. So I'm putting vending machine in my headline because, man, they're getting 1.3, 1.4, 2.9 million views. People watching people take money out of a vending machine, like literally. So who doesn't want to see someone take something that looks like that, make it look nicer, make a bunch of money, and move on to the next one? All the new subscribers, what's up? Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Not a lot of action in this video, but for sure, be looking for the next video because it's gonna get busy. Hit the bell. Let's see what we can make this week. Peace. Never gonna show.